my cousin brought his Xbox, and then we got Skate 3, and we were like playing it kind of like casually, and they were like, Patrick was like, yo,
comes.
give me that.
Eyes glowing.
Eyes glowing, levitating off the
I just
ground.
transcended. I was doing tricks they never even seen before. Hi everyone, and thank you for joining us on this week's episode. Especially you know who you are. I'm sure you already know. We are the High Morale Podcast, and I'm your host for today's episode, Pat. And I'm joined with your regular co-host. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Yo, what's up? I'm Headphones Michael. What's up?
Hey guys, it's Earphones Arvin.
Hey, it's Jordan with the earphones.
And again, I'm your host, Pat. So what's
And
up,
we
everyone?
are
I hope the High
Morale
Podcast. Good job, guys. Good job, guys. Don't worry, we'll work on that.
Damn,
We'll work
you
on
guys
that.
sprung that on us, okay?
Okay.
But thank you for joining us on another Thursday. And yeah.
Patrick, what's the OBJ for today?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. So, you guys know me. I like to call everything, like, not everything, like a lot of things, 10 out of 10 bangers. But like I have reasons for those and stuff. I don't just call everything 10 out of 10. I call a lot of things 10 out of 10 bangers, but I don't call everything 10 out of 10 bangers. And like everything I do, I rate almost everything, like my experiences. Like for example, I'll go to a restaurant, I'll be like, the service was 5 out of 10, the food was 8 out of 10, the ambience was like 3 out of 10 though. But other
True,
I like to rate everything. And like I want to know what your 10 out of 10 bangers are, I want to like I feel like you could like what episode is this? Like 10, 8, 9, somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like learning your 10 out of 10 bangers will help, learn who our characteristics and personalities. I'll tell you why it's trash. I'm just kidding. And so that like also our viewers could take our recommendations and whatnot. And that's our OBJ, just some recommendations and whatnot. So like let's hear it.
Nice.
Let's start off with the topic with movies.
I mean, Patrick says he doesn't call everything a 10 out of 10 banger, but every time
That's
he
a
says
lie.
something to us, he says it's a 10 out of 10 banger.
Literally
And
everything.
full disclosure, I just want my friends to watch everything I watch. So I hype everything up,
It's
and
his
then I get
form
my
of
real
peer
rating
pressure.
after.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, there's sometimes you watch a movie with Patrick, he's like, yo, this was a 10 out of 10, and we watch it. Yeah, it's like an 8, it was fine. Like right after we watch it, it's like, yeah, I actually just wanted you guys to watch the movie.
Bruh.
Yo, but it works, and you guys have a great time after. So
We have an 8 out of
Sure.
10 time. Okay. All right, but yeah, so movies, I guess. So if we're gonna quantify how we rate 10 out of 10 bangers for movies, one of my criteria is how unique the experience is. And you're gonna like, for this long list of things that we're gonna rate, this is one of my criteria for like almost all of them. If I don't have like
the uniqueness.
yeah, if I don't have if I get an experience that I could get somewhere else or through a different thing, then it's not gonna be memorable to me, and then I'm not gonna really rate it as high. Like a 10 out of 10, as the score implies, got to be perfect, right?
Yeah.
So that's definitely one of the things that would make an experience perfect. If I could
You want something that transcends, like the regular experience or whatever, something that's
Exactly.
different, something that blows your mind.
I gotta be mind blown. Exactly.
Exactly. And that's what
So
we're here for.
Give us an example
Yeah,
of a
but-
10 out of 10 banger.
For
and why it
movies,
was
all
a
right.
Hit me
10
with
out of
it.
10 banger.
All right. I'm ready to be judged. Okay, so as you guys know, big Disney
You're
guy.
wrong.
Disney.
But yeah, okay, so big Disney guy, and I'm super into animated movies. So one of my 10 out of 10 bangers is the Spider-Verse movie, Into the Spider-Verse. That movie was a 10 out of 10 banger for me. I mean, it's a 10 out of 10 banger for me.
I agree. It's a 10 out of 10 banger.
You know what? I'm gonna say it was a 9 out of 10 just because. Remember the scene where he starts like developing his powers, he's come to realize like his potential and stuff like that. He didn't really swing. He just ran.
But that was his thing.
That's his thing.
Like
He's a runner?
When he was learning to swing from Peter B. Parker, he was talking about how he's more of a runner, and so he uses his powers to amplify traits that he already possesses, rather than
true.
emulating the past hero.
Shit.
So yeah, just change it
Oh,
to 10
nice.
out of 10.
Yeah, it's
No,
a
I
pretty
still
10 out of
like,
10.
like if I'm watching a Spider-Man movie, I want it to be like a lot of swinging, because that's what Spider-Man is, right? That's my personal opinion on Spider-Man.
Because you're old and stuck in your ways. But I understand.
Old, yeah.
Yeah, you probably also think Tobey Maguire's the best Spider-Man, eh?
Michael
Get
never
ready-
left 2002.
Newsflash, bro.
believe 2002.
He's not, bro. Andrew
wanna
Garfield's
find-
the best Spider-Man.
What? Wait, what?
I don't
You
know.
heard it here first. The Amazing Spider-Man is the best Spider-Man series out of all Spider-Mans.
Wait, this is the best series?
That's
Yeah.
debatable.
No.
Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, Gwen Stacy, 10 out of 10 banger, bro.
Okay, but the original Spider-Man movie is probably like one of the best Spider-Man movies.
Spider-Man
first one?
2
The story?
is the best
Spider-Man
movie
2, yeah. Yeah,
Which one's Spider-Man 2? Is that the one with
The one
Sandman?
with Doc Ock.
with Doc Ock.
No,
Doc Ock.
Oh man.
Doc Ock. That one's good.
Dude, in
But above that is
second one,
Spider-Verse.
in the second movie, the best scene is when Peter just stops like that big chunk of metal. And he's like, "Hey, it's pretty heavy." I don't know why. It's just so funny.
Damn, I need to rewatch that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I still think Amazing Spider-Man is a 10 out of 10 banger, though.
that's debatable.
Yo, Jamie Foxx as the villain. Jamie Foxx as the villain too. Banger, bro. Come on, bro.
Wasn't
Emma
he kind of a
Stone as
trash
the love
villain?
interest.
What?
Banger. No, he's okay. He's okay.
Nah, but in that oh shoot, what was his name? But in the original Spider-Man movies, you get the best J. Jonah Jameson. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
You
that's
can't
true. That's
replace
true.
that. You cannot replace that.
Yo, you
And they
also
didn't.
get in the original. Okay, I lied. Okay, Jamie Foxx is not the best Spider-Man villain.
Willem Dafoe.
James Franco is. No,
Oh.
James Franco is.
James Franco, not William Dafoe. Come on, dude.
James Franco. He was the
Bro.
great fucking goblin.
No. Bro, William Dafoe as the Green Goblin was like the second best casting behind JJJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he even has the face for it, you know?
He has the face structure for it. Come on, man. This guy, they didn't even need to give him a mask. They just made a plastic mold of his face. And then he's like,
And the
"Yo,
eyes,
put
bro,
this
the
on."
crazy eyes.
in the scene,
Right?
in the scene is like, Willem, you can take off the mask now. I'm not wearing a mask.
Damn.
What's that on your face, sir? Sir, that's my face.
You can't take props home.
Damn. Okay, but yo, to go back to the Spider-Verse thing, honestly, every time I try to watch that, or every time I do watch it, like I try to be critical of my movies, right? But I can never find a flaw in it. So I think for this, I would have to agree it is a 10 out of 10, because I'm trying to find ways, okay, like, you know, trying to nitpick it, but I can't find anything.
Yeah.
I think the only part that I was like a little iffy about was when he did the shoulder touch at the spoilers at the end of the movie when he did the shoulder
Hey.
touch.
Oh, that's
I
how
thought
you
that was a
want it.
little cheesy, but
Yeah, that's
I'm
pretty
fine with
corny.
it.
A little bit
As
cheesy
like a
is okay.
superhero movie, you need a little cheese. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I it's a 10 out of 10 banger to me also, but I wish they kind of fleshed out more of the B character, the side B characters, like the Japanese Spider-Man and like Nicolas Cage and the Porky Spider-Man. I wish they fleshed them out a little bit more. That would have been
Yeah.
awesome. But even though they showed them a little bit, like their screen time was pretty funny. Like each one of
Yeah.
them.
I
really good.
you know I watched that movie like 3 times in theaters just because it was
Same.
I don't know, it was just so good. You know?
That's one of the movies where I recommended to people watching in 3D because I don't usually watch 3D movies, but I find with animated movies, the 3D effect
3D works.
actually helps or like sometimes it enhances it. And that movie was like crazy in 3D.
Yeah.
But if you're like sensitive to like light and stuff like that, or your eyes
then
get tired
just watch
easily,
it normally.
Yeah, and then just watch it normally because a lot of stuff is going on. Because the animation in that movie, oh my god, the animation in that movie, the stylization was
whoever
crazy.
animated that needs a raise. Honestly, you know,
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Whoever animated that and decided to make the soundtrack for that, whoever like put all that together, oh my god, that movie soundtrack, I still listen to the album. It's like that good.
Yeah,
in
Yeah.
my opinion.
it's so good.
Definitely.
It's
probably
so
like
good.
the second movie that I listened to all the soundtracks next to Guardians of the Galaxy one.
But like that Guardians of the Galaxy 1 is like old songs. You know what I mean? This is like original soundtrack.
Yeah. The fact that they
Original
pulled it off
soundtrack,
with new
yeah.
artists and new songs. 10
Yeah,
out
that
of
was
10.
crazy. All right, so that was my example for 10 out of 10 banger. What about you guys?
How about you guys?
Okay, my 10. Okay, so in terms of 10 out of 10 bangers, I would say like the rewatchability of a movie also counts. The acting, the directing, the script as well, the picture, the quality. And I would have to say my 10 out of 10 banger is super bad. Like, it's such a perfect movie, especially if you're like in your preteens going up to your young adulthood. Everything in that movie is what I wanted my life to be, and thank God it was not like that.
But he wanted it so bad.
I wanted,
He wanted
it
to
so
be
bad.
McLovin. McLovin's a badass.
McLovin? Why the fuck do you only have one name? What's your last name?
Bro, if you ever
just
want
McLovin.
Michael to get high morale, you just quote Superbad around him.
Yeah, honestly.
like, quote anything about Superbad, I will follow up. Honestly, I know that movie like inside out, every freaking scene. Because like growing up, I just watched that. I probably watched that more than 100 times, and that is a 10 out of 10 banger. Like Jonah Hill, like
Bro, everyone in that movie was really good. Especially my girl Emma Stone, by the way. Just saying.
Because I'm a big Emma Stone fan. Gwen Stacy, super bad.
Emma Stone,
just-
if you're out there, if you want to be on the podcast.
You could be on the pod, you know.
I'll be honest though, I didn't watch Superbad when you guys were watching Superbad. So, like you said, it's a good when you're watching it as like a preteen, and that's when you guys watch it. But I watched it like more recently. I would say like within the last like 2 years. That was the first time I watched it all the way through. And
it's hard to watch all the way through as an adult because you know how false it is, right?
yeah,
But like as
Yeah.
a kid, you see high schoolers as like honestly adults. You know, when we were kids, I thought high schoolers were adults. You know, so I would see like these kind of movies as like expectations. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna have adventures when I'm in high school.
Exactly.
I guess I watched that movie as like a prep course. What to say?
Did you like Pineapple Express?
I love
Hell
Pineapple
yeah.
Express, but I loved Superbad
Yeah.
more than.
Yo, I actually rewatched Pineapple Express thinking it's a 10 out of 10 banger. But the movie's kind of trash.
But it's so bad that it's good, you know.
Yeah,
But
it's one
that-
of those.
but then you like so you say you can't or rewatchability is part of it, right? But then you
Yeah,
say
yeah.
it's hard to watch as an adult. So like
No,
But
I
for me-
mean like, yeah.
oh sorry,
Go,
go.
go.
like-
You
like-
guys go ahead. You guys go.
Because I already imprinted on that movie. It has a rewatchability of like 11 out of 10, you know.
Okay, because
But-
I was gonna talk about like the point about rewatchability. There are some cases where I think that rewatchability is a detriment to your experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I know what
for
you mean.
example, I was talking about like getting the like that offhand experience, that experience that transcends everything else in its
yeah.
category. I'm of the camp that I want to keep that moment with me forever, and I never want to touch it again. So if I rewatch it again and it sucks, or I see like even one flaw, it's gonna shatter that moment for me.
But what if you rewatch it, and because of that flaw, like there was a flaw, right? But it was explained earlier, but you just never caught it.
That's the
You know?
fine line I walk, right? Like I don't get to see the stuff that I
the
missed.
what if?
but I don't get
Yeah.
to ruin the stuff that I enjoyed.
So, like, are you like a big fan of thriller movies? Like ones with a big twist in the end? Are you a type to like rewatch a movie after knowing the twist?
I am,
Or
but I'm a
are you
little
just
bit of a bitch.
Wow.
So like I those movies tend to get to me.
And I also want to go back. I also want to go back to the topic of what a movie is so bad that it's good. Like I like watching like Pineapple Express, for example. Like it's such a bad movie, it's good, but like the actors in it, you're just a fan of the actors in it because during that time, like there weren't like such like A-list actors at the time or whatever. But now they're like big time names, and just watching their beginnings and stuff is just so great. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true.
But overall, Pineapple Express is not a 10 out of 10 banger. But Superbad is. You know what else is? This Is the End. I also really like that one also.
That was funny.
Oh my
That was
goodness!
really funny.
I could quote that movie.
It's like their
For
comedy
days.
like matures with us. In a way.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That super
That's why
bad
it's so good.
transcended. Like I swear.
This is that was so funny.
Michael Cera scene.
That's so
It's
good.
like, who the
Dude, his
fuck stole my phone?
His whole entire character.
Bailed.
And then he gets impaled and he's like, oh fuck, that was embarrassing.
And what else is jokes is when he like blows coke on McLovin's face and stuff.
He's like, I've never done this drug before.
What am I supposed to feel right now? He's like, it's okay, I'll walk you through it.
Oh man, that's
It's
a great
crazy.
movie.
It's crazy.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, those
What about
those
you,
raunchy
Arvin?
movies.
Yeah.
Ooh, my 10 out of 10. Okay, what makes a 10 out of 10 for me? I think for me, it has to have like a certain art style, or if I know who the director is, like I know what their art style is gonna be, and depending on the movie, they kind of have to bring you back
Hold on.
into.
I'm gonna guess you're a Quentin Tarantino kind of guy.
Yeah,
right?
I am. Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen all his movies, and like the movies or the two movies I'm gonna say are by him, but like it's for a reason. It's because Quentin Tarantino has like a specific style, right? It's very raw and like blunt, and depending on the movie, like he really brings you back to that time, makes you feel like you're part of that time as well, and he doesn't hold back on like certain words or certain actions that the characters do. So one of my 10 out of 10 bangers is either Inglourious Bastards or Django Unchained. Because I feel like those movies, when you're
those are
watching
good
them for the
answers.
first time, you get like a visceral kind of like reaction. You're like, oh shit. Like that
Yeah, you
happened.
feel uncomfortable, but that's his purpose.
That's just the movie.
He is kind of over the top sometimes, but I think that's just his style. But it's not too over the top where it ruins it for you. It's over the top to the point where you get like an extra reaction out of it. You're like, oh shit, like that just happened,
Yeah.
or he just said that, or like I can't believe that really happened in real life, because chances are like stuff like that probably did happen, whatever the movie was about. So that's
Like-
my 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
True.
The scene in Inglourious Bastards where they were in the farm or whatever, the dairy farm,
Yeah.
and then he was having a conversation with the French farmer,
Mhm.
and then it's like it was so intense,
Yeah.
and I felt like uncomfortable.
The tension.
I felt so much
Jeez.
tension, anxiety, because like it was the directing was good,
Yeah.
and the acting was good. Shout
Oh.
out to Christoph Waltz.
Yeah. Amazing
That guy.
villain. But yeah, no, like the crazy thing about that
Yeah.
is that sometimes the movies that he makes, like they don't have like A-list actors, but the actors that he does put in the movie, like they fucking like they pull
it
it
work.
off. They pull it off, and like they have such a mad respect for Quentin. And I know like I'm pretty sure a lot of Hollywood actors, they want to work with him just because they want to experience like what it's like to be in his movie. But yeah, like the tension that he makes in his scenes and the drama.
I love it when like directors really like flesh out emotion from the audience. I remember when I was watching A Quiet Place in the theaters, and during the scenes where like the actors or like the movie where the characters have to be like dead silent, you're also in your seat just making sure you don't want to make a noise either or whatever. You know what I mean? Like that, like that's what like the director instilled like that type of fear into the audience, and that's what blew my mind. I didn't realize that I was like doing that until after the movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's a 10 out of 10 banger for you. A Quiet Place.
Speaking of like interacting with a movie,
Mm-hmm.
when you're watching a movie and there's an underwater scene, do you guys try and hold your breath?
I mean, sometimes.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
But I almost
Just-
died during Finding Nemo.
Because like
Yeah.
I like to immerse myself, and then whenever there's a diving situation or they have to hold the breath underwater, I like to do that too, just so I feel what they feel. I know it sounds fake, like it's fake. They do multiple takes, but you know it's part of the experience for me.
Yeah.
True. So
Okay.
like a 10 out of 10 banger for me. So I've been recently getting into like Korean cinema and stuff, and I recently watched this movie called Old Boy, and that movie blew my mind. It came out a while ago. It came out like 10 years ago or something like that. And like they remade it. Spike Lee did a remake of it, and Josh Brolin and like Wanda from WandaVision is in it also.
Yeah.
They did a remake about it, like, but it isn't as good as the original. And honestly, I recommend it. Have you guys watched it, Old Boy?
No,
Korean
I've
movie?
heard of it.
I have.
Heard
I've
of
heard
it?
like
Messed
a
up.
lot of people say it's like a really good movie.
It's messed
It-
up.
yo,
but it's
that-
really good.
It's really good. That movie has an iconic fight scene that like lots of movies copied from, and the ending will blow your mind, man. It blew my mind and effed me up for a week, and that's what I call a 10 out of 10 banger.
Yeah.
If I can't stop
haunts you,
thinking
like, the
about
week
it for like
afterwards.
weeks, yeah, if it haunts me, it's a 10 out of 10 banger, man.
So wait, do you think the Babadook was a 10 out of 10 banger?
Yeah, the Hereditary and the Babadook are my 10 out of 10 horror bangers, man. It's so good. It's so good because it has no jump scares, but it scared the fuck out of me. You know what I mean? And that's what transcended it for me. Like, there's no cheap jump scares. It was all like psychological effect and like good like cinematography that scared me. You know what I mean? And that blew my mind. Like, how can the director fucking do that to me?
Yeah, it's like an uncomfortable scary, like one that you're
Yeah.
not used to. Like you're scared, but you're not sure why. And then
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
like everything's just so inherently scary, but you don't you just can't put a finger on
agree.
what.
It's an
What
eerie,
exactly?
scary.
It's like the eeriness.
Yeah.
The
But-
eeriness.
But honestly, a lot of the stuff you said, I'm not really a fan of. Like the endings, like Hereditary, I didn't really find that.
Yeah, I don't like that. It's just
satisfying.
the style of that movie was really good.
Yeah,
I find the style. Yeah, I agree with you though. Like, I felt like the ending was a bit predictable, but also like the way like the ending came out and like everything leading up to that ending, like all the hints and stuff was so cool, man. Like, if you know what I mean. If you like, I could like go on a whole hour tangent about Hereditary, but like it's my 10 out of 10 horror banger. You know what I mean? Because like the cinema, I watched Midsummer,
I like
but I
that one
wasn't a
better.
fan of that one.
I've never
You like that
watched
one
it.
better?
I
I
like
like
that one
Hereditary
better.
way better.
I just thought Midsummer like a lot eerier, and like the atmosphere was just weird. Because Hereditary, like you could guess like the horror parts of it, and like after you watch the movie, you're like, okay. But Midsummer just gave you like this like sick kind of like what the just happened kind of feeling. Like what am I watching? Like it's an eerie,
Yeah.
disturbing kind of feeling. For me,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
For me at least, I liked it better than Hereditary.
I didn't watch Midsummer.
It's weird.
Yeah,
me neither.
Midsummer to me
I don't
was
have an
like
opinion.
Midsummer to me was like I felt like it was more gore factor than like scare factor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
one part.
And like that's what I found was really cool. Also, like the director, what's his name, Ari Aster. Like the way he's
Yeah.
just like doing all these different ways of scaring us is just so cool, man. And like Hereditary and Midsummer are like his first two movies, and it's just amazing.
Very non-conventional horror.
Yeah, very non-conventional for sure. So like, yeah, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No,
You guys are so cute.
Stop.
Someone please just fucking go.
Oh my god.
So I guess we finished our topic on movies we went through. whole order of guys on our favorite movies on what to recommend. Unless you guys have something else to say. Is there any other movies you guys want to throw out before we change the topic of entertainment?
You know what? You
Anything
can
out
actually
there?
have like a long conversation about movies, but I just want to put
Honestly.
it out there. What is it? Paranormal Activity? That fucked me up. That's a
That
10
fucked
out
me
of
up.
10 for me.
But it's not a 10 out of 10 banger.
It's not a 10 out of 10 banger.
Just the
Well,
first one.
Okay, the first one.
It's
Just the first
it's
one.
Just like
Are you talking about-
I love it.
Are you talking about everything
just
or
like-
just the first one?
I think everything, in my opinion. The acting, even though like it's like
Interesting.
supposed to be like a home movie, right? So it's not supposed to be it's like good acting, right? The budget, of course, the budget was really low, so the effects are gonna be trash. But they, they presented it really well, in my opinion. The aura-ness, the fact that there was no background music and it was just all quiet, so you kind of hear your own thoughts, and you have to like immerse yourself with the characters. It's just, to me, it was a masterpiece. Even though everyone says it's shit, I think it's good. Like
Everything after one was shit.
Agreed.
I agree with that.
Sorry, Michael.
Sorry,
Not
Michael.
sorry.
No, we're not sorry.
I like
Yeah.
I like how like everything is just connected, in my opinion.
So is Paranormal
Connect-
Activity your favorite
Yeah,
horror?
Doesn't that ruin the horror like factor for you?
But if you're like connected by like used dental floss, it doesn't make it a good connection. You know what I mean?
No
Like,
one's
it's a trash
connecting anything
connection.
No, I don't think
Yeah.
so. Everything is
come
just,
on, man.
everything. It's just like they're just saying how everything is connected. You know,
Yeah, but like if that
from
connection
the,
is
from the
shit,
origin.
then because you
It's
can connect
connection.
movies.
It's like a connection they just pulled out of their. It's like Fast and Furious connections, man. Just kidding.
Right? Bro, I was watching the
Like,
trailer.
why is Han back? Why is Han back?
First
Vin
of all,
Diesel, tell us why is Han back?
Here's my thing. So I was watching the trailer today, and I don't know if you guys watched it, but I'm gonna spoil the trailer for y'all.
I
don't
watched it.
care.
I
Yeah,
watched
go
it.
ahead.
But
I haven't watched it yet.
saying
but
this whole
go ahead.
time, Dom has been preaching about family. 9 movies. Not once did he mention he had a little brother.
Yeah, the little brother.
He has a little brother.
Familia. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's John
yeah,
John
Cena.
Cena.
This is John
John Cena
Cena.
has his little brother.
Little brother.
In what world?
I love family. Family is
yo.
everything. 9 movies later.
Yo,
Hey guys, I have a little brother.
Spoilers, they go to space this movie.
Yeah. Do they go to space? Is there
Yeah.
like a space
I don't
heist?
know. Fucking probably.
And-
They went from street racing to fucking war saving the world, so I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah.
That's one of those movies where it's like it's the dumpster fire you like to watch, though.
Yeah, I'm still gonna watch it, no cap.
I'm still gonna
That's
watch
the
the
same
hell out of
thing
it though.
for Paranormal Activity for me. It's dumpster, but it's good.
Yeah, there's a lot of movies that are
Fair,
dumpster
fair.
that are good, you know what I mean? But I don't know about Paranormal 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, but number 1 is alright.
I think number 1 was like one of the worst. The rest,
What?
it just, yeah.
All right.
Nah, man,
That's
number
like,
1,
relax.
like you literally went like on a whole minute tangent on why like Paranormal Activity is so good, and I agreed with everything because it's number 1 and it transcended. But Jordan said like it transcended like the way movies could be made and stuff, and like, yeah, number 1 was crazy, bro.
Yeah, it was crazy, but I think the rest were like, they stepped up, in my opinion. Just in my opinion.
Oh, they
You
got a
guys
bigger
can't change my
budget, eh?
mind. They got a bigger budget, yeah.
It's like talking to a wall.
It's like talking to 3 walls, so move on.
Yeah, but we're painted.
All right. We'll move on from movies. We got. So what do we got? Just to recap, we got Paranormal Activity. We got Super Bad Out of You. We got Inglorious Bastards. We got what's your other Quentin
Spider-Verse.
Tarantino movie?
The Django.
Django.
Django Unchanged. Unchanged. Unchained.
Not one
And
station
we got
close.
Spider-Verse. We got what else? You
Old boy. You
recommend
said
anything?
Old boy.
I recommend Old Boy. I highly recommend Old Boy. But if you don't want to watch Korean subs, English subs and Korean dub, you can watch the Spike Lee movie. It's pretty good. Also, I won't even cap. It's not bad. I watched both. It's not
Side
bad.
by side at the same time.
Same time.
Shot for
and,
shot.
And shot for shot, I was still mind blown.
Wait, is it really shot for shot?
No, it's pretty
No.
good. Like it's
Oh,
pretty
okay.
one for one, but like the Korean version just does it like way better.
Yeah.
Oh,
gee.
Okay.
And the Korean version is like 10 years older too. Like Spike Lee redid it like 10 years later or something.
Damn.
Okay.
Thinking nobody would notice.
Yeah, right. Oh, okay, well, yeah, that's our recommendations for movies, I guess. But we could go on a whole episode about movies and whatnot. But
And maybe we will.
And maybe we will. But this is just a short segment, you know. I just want to get generalized on our favorite entertainments, you know. So let's move on. We're all gamers here. So what are your 10 out of 10 bangers for video games? And what are you guys playing nowadays? What do you guys like playing growing up? And like, what's your all-time favorite games? Let me know.
All right. All-time favorite game. I'm gonna say Super Mario Sunshine. It's just a 10 out of 10. The story,
Jeez.
the voice acting, the Mario going, oh, wow! Perfect. You know, he got paid
Jeez,
millions
voice
of
actor.
dollars for that. The Yoshi noise, perfect. The fruit mechanic, perfect.
What color
I'll be
game
real
did
with
you
you.
have?
I had the normal purple one.
Nice.
My family friend gifted it to me, so it was like my first console.
Nice.
And then they gave me Super Mario Sunshine, so I downed so many hours on that.
Nice.
Then I recently played it again. You know, it's a banger. You know. And then what I'm playing right now, 10 out of 10 banger, just Valorant. You know.
That is not a 10 out of 10 banger.
That's debatable. That's not even like a 5 out of
It's a
10.
9 out of 10 on the mental. But in terms of competitiveness, it's a 10 out of 10 for me. Just because I'm good at it. What about you guys?
True.
I never
How
played
about-
Mario Sunshine.
Have you played
Okay.
Have you played any of the
Okay.
3D Mario games?
What?
Have you played any of the 3D Mario games? Like
just
Galaxy
64.
64? Bro, you never played any of those?
No, I
Bro,
didn't play Galaxy. or
Honestly, like
Sunshine.
all
I
3D
remember.
Mario games, like Galaxy, Sunshine, Odyssey, 64, 10 out of 10 bangers, bro. Even Galaxy 2 was a banger.
All of
I
them?
have honestly.
Damn.
I just like never finished a Mario game. Honestly,
Oh,
I'm,
true.
Jeez.
I'm so trash at platformers. I'm discovering that I just can't.
I can attest to this. I've seen it live.
His 10 out of 10 is Crash Bandicoot.
No.
Imagine trying to
In
jump over
terms
a
of
box.
nostalgia, in terms of nostalgia, maybe 10 out of 10. But my 10 out of 10 banger of a video game is The Last of Us because of its
Ooh.
story, and that's like honestly that's one of the only single player story modes that I like played multiple times. Usually when I play a story, I'm one and done. But this one
Yeah.
I went back. This one
Why?
I say the replayability is a factor because I just loved watching the story unfold over and over again and then seeing the little nuances that I missed, the interactions between characters, because throughout the game there's like optional dialogue you could skip, and I liked going back and seeing those things and like the little Easter eggs that they threw in. But even if you just played it once, the story itself was crazy when it came out. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that story
Agreed.
hooks you in the first chapter and it like brings you for a ride the whole time. Like I know people that got emotional because of playing The Last of Us, and I'm like, all right, what's so special about this? My friend let me borrow it, and he was like, you gotta text me everything every time you get through a chapter, every time you get through something. I'm like, all right, sure, whatever, man. And then the very first chapter, spoiler alert, the very first chapter, your daughter dies in your arms, and I was like, bro, what the fuck? I thought this was the girl on the cover. Yeah, I'm like, what?
Psych.
I was mind blown.
That's crazy, man. They just throw you for a loop like that, eh?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I guess I am a sucker for the big twists. And that
Yeah,
twist
you are.
just fucking punch me in the face, bro.
How about you, Arvin?
Okay. Every time I think about this question, I only go back to one game, and it's 10 out of 10. I'm pretty sure it's a game no one has ever heard about, but it's on the PS1, and it's called Final Fantasy Tactics. So
Never heard.
yeah, I figured. So it's like a
Probably bad.
tactics. Relax, shut up. It was good, okay. So it was one of those like those turn-based like tactics, like grid kind of games.
Yo, is that why you think TFT is
Oh.
a 10 out of 10 banger?
No, it's nothing. It's nothing like TFT actually.
Oh,
I heard you guys have played.
I just heard tactics, so
Relax. But no, it's not like TFT. How do I explain it? But have you guys ever seen like those turn-based games where like you're basically on a grid?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Oh, yeah.
It's one of those games, but it has the elements of a Final Fantasy game. So every job class or whatever spells that you can do in a Final Fantasy game, it has all of that put into that, and it's really good because you can play the game over and over again with a different route.
party.
Yeah, different party, the different route, and it just makes the game so much fun. And the story is 10 out of 10. Like I don't know how to explain it, but I'm pretty sure if you ask anyone who's played all the Final Fantasies, they would say even beating out like Final Fantasy 7 or like all the popular ones, that one is really good. So if you guys are
Ooh.
hella bored
True.
and want to play like a super old game, play that one. But it's super obscure.
Is that a type of game that like the story branches off into like different routes and then you could choose which like ending you want type of deal? Or
Yes and no.
Oh.
But it's always going to be the same ending, but how you get there and with who you get there with is so good.
Oh yeah,
And like
true,
it
true.
calls back to different to different Final Fantasies because you can unlock characters from different Final Fantasies. It's kind of like a MCU type of deal.
True.
But yeah, no. PS1 Final Fantasy Tactics, my 10 out of 10.
Okay. I think I played that Final Fantasy Tactics for PSP, so I kind of have like a vague memory of what the
it was
game
on
looks
PS
like.
before. PSP or
The
Nintendo
PSP.
DS or something.
Yeah, speaking of the PSP, that's a 10 out of 10 banger of a system. Just saying, it was a way ahead of its time.
It really was. It was.
It really was.
It got released
Arvin,
at the
yo.
wrong time, honestly.
Arvin, I saw you like Final Fantasy Tactics back in the day. So what's your 10 out of 10 banger today? I think it has
Ooh.
tactics in it also.
No, it's not. It's not.
He's baiting you. He's baiting
I
you.
gotta think about this. 10 out of 10 banger for today.
Yeah, what are you playing nowadays?
It rhymes with Beag of Beggins.
I'm not you,
Fight
okay?
Tactics.
Well, like, I only play that game because I'm decent at it. But a game that I do play that I don't think I'm decent at, but I still like it. Apex Legends. I'll be the mascot. I'll be the mascot for that game.
Advertise that.
It's just fun, man. Like the movement is good, different characters. Yes, it's a BR, but it's not like any other BR. Okay, there's different maps, And
I haven't heard that 100 times
sick
before.
Yeah, that's my
Precise gunplay.
precise gunplay. Even though I'm not precise.
I can't even lie. I played a good number of BRs, but honestly, like today, I think Apex is like the best one.
Probably.
Yeah,
Honestly,
even
yeah,
over
I think so.
over Warzone. Warzone sucks. Warzone's
Warzone
trash. Y'all heard me. Warzone sucks, bro.
Warzone's like a
Warzone's-
0 out of 10. 1, it's so easy to get kills. 2, there's so much campers. 3, there's 150 people. Holy shit, that's so much, you know? 4, when you get shot, you're so unathletic, like you can't run away. That's so stupid.
Right?
Like
The only
if I
thing-
wanna
the
get
only good
shot
thing
at,
about
I
it-
just want to start running, you know?
And you know what game
good
you
thing
can
about
do
it
that
is
in?
Verdansk, yo.
The what?
What? Hello,
What'd you say?
chat?
Oh, the only good thing about it is Verdansk, yo. That map is crazy. What were you saying, Arvin?
Yeah, no. That's my 10 out of 10 because I don't really play a lot of single player games today, so I'm not
I agree with
not
that
in the position to comment on that. But in terms of games I do play today,
Do you
Apex
think
is the
Apex,
game. It's pretty fun.
Apex is better than R6? Or like, do you prefer Apex more than R6?
Ooh, it's two different experiences.
It's
for
two,
the
it's
fun
two completely
factor,
different games.
yes. If I want to sweat, I'll play R6.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, Apex is the best BR because it's actually fun.
It's fun, and you can make it fun.
You could
Yeah.
make it fun.
R6, I don't know.
Yeah.
You can, I guess, but still, you know.
You need like a full party to
Yeah.
make it fun.
Yeah, honestly,
You
like
gotta be winning too.
You can
no,
be,
but honestly, when I first played R6, that game like blew my mind. To be honest, like of how different it was compared to other like shooters and stuff.
5v5s,
That
yeah.
it blew my the 5v5s and how like almost all the walls are destructible. All these like everything like any gun is one shot to the head. Like it felt so realistic and stuff.
I
It was so
I
cool.
like that mechanic. How
It was so
any
strategic
gun
and
is one
stuff.
shot. Yeah.
It was really cool. It blew my mind for sure.
I like R6 because it's the only game FPS game that I'm decent at.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's the only game that Jordan is better than me.
Michael made this analogy. Do you remember the analogy?
I don't remember what I say.
He was like, all right, in Valorant, you're like a duck. But in R6, you're a tiger.
what
I'm like, what does that even mean?
fucking
What does it
analogy is
mean?
that?
But I get
Whenever
it. I get
whenever-
it. I'm just kidding.
Whenever I play with Jordan in Valorant, it's just like he's a duck. He's just it's like he's just walking around cute, you know. But when he's in R6, he's just like looking left and right. Yo, check cams, intel.
No, I can't even lie, bro. Jordan in R6, bro. He's not a tiger, bro. He's a lion, bro. He's a leader, fam. He's our coach, bro.
Oh, true.
Yo, he's our leader, bro. He has all the call outs. He knows like where to plant and like which sites to pick. Like this guy knows, bro. He's our coach,
knows.
bro. He knows, yeah. So
Oh, we gotta play again. That game is fun.
yeah, that was really fun. Is that so? Like, would that be your 10 out of 10 recent banger of a video game?
For me, sure. I'll say that, yeah.
Sure.
R6.
R6.
Now I'll bite the bullet. TFT. Everybody should be playing TFT, all right? It's on mobile. You can play it on the PC. It's so fun. You just set it and forget it. All
I agree
right?
with that.
That's all you need.
I'll back
a
that
Riot.
I'll back that up.
What about you, Pat?
I don't know. 10 out of 10 banger video game.
And then 10 out
Before?
of 10 now.
So before, like I was like in high school, I was super addicted to my Xbox 360, man. Like honestly, my 10 out of 10 banger, like till
there it
this
is.
day, till
Halo
this
Reach.
day, Halo.
wait.
Just kidding, it's Skate 3, motherfuckers.
I was gonna guess that. I was like, can we guess? No, it's Skate.
Damn it, he got me. Yo, but honestly, yeah, but like Halo 3 and Skate 3, top 2 all time, baby. Top 2, man. Halo 3, like I honestly that transcended like my whole like online multiplayer experience. Like I think when I first started playing Halo 3, it was like what, grade 7 or grade 8. And like everyone, like that was the first time I connected like a console to the internet and everything, you know what I mean? And like and like you could play like online games through your console. Like that's mind blowing, right? And like just Halo 3 and everyone had the same $20 headset, same $20 Xbox Live headset, and just like everyone just chatting shit. Everyone's in game chat, just talking shit and just having this online fun and this crazy like first person shooter. Like it just blew my mind. And
You
like
ma-
the
you make-
whole like
You
yeah.
make revolutionary technology. What do you do with it? You talk shit to each other.
You talk shit. You use it to talk shit to each other,
For
right?
real.
Thank you, Bill Gates.
Holy.
Thank
But
you,
yeah,
Bill
like
Gates.
it was crazy. Like the early Wild West of Xbox Live was amazing, man. That was a 10 out of 10 experience all on its own. And yeah, like till this day I still play Halo because it came on PC. It's really fun.
Yeah. I went back to visit my family in Calgary in December-ish. And I brought Patrick along. Just cause. And then my cousin
We'll save that for another episode. Just kidding.
exactly. My cousin brought his Xbox, and then we got Skate 3, and we were like playing it kind of like casually, and they were like, Patrick was like, yo,
comes.
give me that.
Eyes
He's just-
glowing.
Eyes glowing, levitating off the
I just
ground.
transcended. I was doing tricks they never even seen before.
It's crazy.
But yeah, I love that game growing up. Like I put so many hours into it. But so that I guess that's my 10 out of 10 banger, Skate 3. And like recently, they announced that there's gonna be a Skate 4. So I'm waiting for that. EA, I'm counting on you guys, man.
All right, let me guess your today 10 out of 10 banger.
Sure, because I don't know it either.
Oh. Okay, let me suggest one to you. Monster Hunter.
Ah, yeah, you got me. How do I forget that? I finished that game so fucking fast that like I kind of forgot about it.
Wait. Tell us why. Try and convince me that Monster Hunter is a 10 out of 10.
All right, okay, so not the recent
Verbal
Monster
review.
Hunter. So like the most recent Monster Hunter Rise, that's not a 10 out of 10 for me. That's more of an 8 out of 10. But the previous Monster Hunter, that one that came out before, Monster Hunter World, that game is pure 10 out of 10 banger, bros. It's crazy. Like it's so good. Like Capcom, they just released so much free content for it, and like the base game itself had like so much content already. Like and like the gameplay is so good, the graphics are amazing, and like it's online, it's so seamless. Like because like the previous Monster Hunters were on like DS and like PSP, and like this is like the first like Monster Hunter that's not on like the Wii or anything. Like it was on actual like PS4 or PC and stuff. So like the online like connectivity and everything was amazing. Like you could finally hunt with your friends, and like it wasn't shit. You know what I mean? Or you don't know what I mean, because you guys didn't go through the struggles of like trying to connect with your friends on old Monster Hunter games. But yeah, Monster Hunter World is the game of the century. That is my 10 out of 10 banger for games. And like just all the weapons you could use in it, like all the weapons are meta, and like it's just your own personal skill of like depends on like.
Is it a pay to win game, or is it just?
Nah, man,
drops?
everything you literally just buy the game and you just play it, man. That's what the beauty of Monster Hunter. There's no DLC. It's all free content, man. You got work for your gear, you know what I mean? Like it's not like you could just pay and then you're strong. You gotta work towards it, you know what I mean? You start off like a all weak weak hunter fighting like small boy dinosaurs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fighting small boy dinosaurs. But then all of a sudden you start fighting dragons. You know what I mean? You start fighting dragons. That game is a banger. I highly suggest that we should do a high morale run of Monster Hunter World.
Honestly, I'm so down. I'm actually so down. I want
I'm
Patrick
down to
coach us.
Delete. I can delete that game again. No problem.
You know that meme? You know that meme was like that big ass guy. He's like, okay, now you press this. And then we're like,
And like it's like all the
okay.
arrows on his back.
Yeah.
that's Patrick right there.
Yeah. Honestly, like I'm surprised that like not a lot of us played Monster Hunter, because it's really fun. Like it's really, really fun, and I highly recommend it to you guys also. And you should play it too. I know you played it because you're cool.
Let us know in the comments what your guys' 10 out of 10 games are before and now. We want to know.
Yeah.
You know?
And movies too. Since
And movies,
we
yeah,
didn't
we
ask
want
that
to know
before.
movies.
And we'll
So-
tell you why it's trash.
I'll tell you why it sucks. And you can tell us why
Probably.
our suggestion sucks, but you're probably gonna be wrong anyway at the end.
Yeah,
of the
you're
day.
wrong.
Yeah. Come on, man. Give
Ready?
us your wrong opinions. Just
Don't even
Type it
just
down.
stop typing. Type something else. No. Backspace.
No.
There you go. Okay.
All right. So like we touched upon like just movies and games and whatnot. I guess like we're already like how far are we into the episode? We're like 45 minutes into the
15
episode already.
minutes, yeah.
Yeah, but like let's just finish it off with like one more topic. I guess a more generalized topic of like 10 out of 10 banger. You guys have like a
Gonna
10
do
out of 10.
anime.
No, not anime.
Oh.
Nah, like a generalized like 10 out of 10 banger experience. You know, do you guys already have like do you guys have a memorable experience where you just look back on it and like every aspect of that experience was a 10 out of 10 banger.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
I thought you were gonna go food. I was preparing for food.
Oh, food.
No.
Wait,
No,
you
we can do
could-
experience.
There's too much.
You could answer with food. Like if you had a good like restaurant experience, did you pay like a hefty amount for like a food experience? You could tell me about it, man. I want to know so I could go there after this pandemic.
10 out of 10 experience.
A 10 out of 10.
I'll go first. I'll go
I'm
first.
gonna
I'll
have
go
to
first.
think about that one. Yeah.
I'll go first.
Yeah,
I'll
I
go
already
first.
got one.
Go.
So I don't know if you guys have ever been to Tobermory.
Yeah.
Yeah. So near, I think it's, what is it called? Bruce Caves or something like that. So there's this hill. If you go to like the main beach where everyone is, it's like this hill / peak. There's this spot where you can jump off of. Fucking high. And the water down below.
Wait,
is
like cliff
super deep.
diving?
I went cliff diving.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's so sick.
Yeah. And like
That's so
low key,
sick, dude.
I think I'm a bit of a adrenaline junkie, but I just don't get enough chances to, satisfy or
Yeah, bro.
scratch that
You
itch.
mentioned that before.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm kidding.
Have a round trip to the cliff.
Have a trip off the cliff.
So my only thing with like cliff diving, I don't mind cliff diving. My only thing was that I have to see like what I'm jumping into. Obviously, because I don't want to jump into
Yeah.
some rock. So I
Yeah.
inspected like the water beforehand, like underneath.
I was
Yeah.
gonna ask that.
Deep
And
fuck.
you
don't see a
let 3
single
people
thing.
go before you.
Yeah, it was
And you let 3
insane.
people
Like it
go
was.
before you.
Huh? Oh no! I went first. Fuck that.
Oh shit, you're crazy.
Yeah.
Ooh, let's go.
You're crazy.
But like
You're
there
crazy.
were people already going there, like people that weren't
Oh.
a part of my group. But
Oh, okay.
it was such a good day because we had a bum ass breakfast. We went around the town. We were having a good time with me and my friends. And then the top of the it was a sunny day too. It was just the vibes were high, right? And I'm like, you know what?
If that
I'm
was
gonna do
me,
this.
if that
This
was me,
day's going
I'd be-
so well. I'm gonna jump off a cliff.
I'm gonna jump off the cliff. Halfway through, I'm like, fuck, I don't know how to swim.
It's fun. It's fun. It's insane. Like those like 1 or
I
2
have my
seconds.
water wings.
Yeah, like those like 1 or 2 seconds. Like you're in there. You're like, oh shit. Then once you finally get in, or like just land in the
Yeah.
water.
You know what scares me about cliff diving? It's not the height or like the swimming part. It's the impact on the water. Like,
Impact?
will that hurt?
Mm-hmm.
Will that hurt? Does that hurt?
You gotta
Flat,
land.
yeah, if you
You like you
go like
gotta
this.
kind of have to like pencil, kind of land like feet first.
You gotta Olympic dive that
yeah.
shit.
Because hell no, I'm not diving head first. That's for sure.
Did you do a flip?
Fuck no, I just jumped.
Just jump like this. I'll just jump like this.
That's like
Yeah. Just. Nah, bro. If you fall like that, bro, you're belly flopping and you're gonna be all
thi-
red, bro.
I think if you belly flop from the height, you're legit gonna get like
You're
internal
dead.
bleeding.
Yeah, for real.
Bro,
You're
even
gonna
like
hit it from
belly,
miles away. You're gonna cause a fucking
bro,
tsunami.
even belly flopping off like a small diving board hurts
Fuck,
like
it hurts.
crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's like a
I don't know how
full-on
to
slap.
swim. So I've never experienced any of these. Thank
Really?
God.
It's crazy.
You never like belly flopped into like a kiddie pool or some shit? I don't know.
No.
Damn.
Have you
not
ever
me.
drowned? Have you ever almost drowned before?
Have you ever drowned? No.
Yes.
Because that's an experience to have. Yo, it humbles you, bro. It humbles you. Trust me.
10 out of 10, not a banger.
Explain. I gotta
10 out of 10, not a banger.
Explain.
Yo, bro, when I was like taking swimming lessons, I would try like, cause I'm always like trying to get ahead of like everything, cause I'm just trying to be a winner. So I try,
A ranked player. Ranked
Right,
So
swimmer.
swimming
obviously-
lessons.
so I'm obviously trying to go towards the deep end more just to impress everyone or whatnot. But then there's at one point I started like drowning and started trying to hop up, and like and then at that point I guess the instructor noticed, and then I got in trouble for it and whatnot, and I got so humble. I wasn't even like, I got so humbled after that. Like, yeah, I'm gonna listen and I'm gonna learn how to swim because I am not letting that happen ever again.
Were you like humbled because you almost died, or because you
got
were
yelled at?
embarrassed?
both, because I got super humbled. Like I got in trouble in front of like the whole class and everything, and I almost died. Like I'm getting yelled at, but I'm like dying at the same time.
This guy got demoted live.
Yeah, like because the swimming classes go from like Ultra 1, Ultra 2, Ultra 3.
Yeah.
Like that's how the levels work. So I probably low-key got demoted. I just don't remember.
Oh,
How about you,
those are
Michael or
fun.
Jordan? Do you guys have any 10 out of 10 experiences that you would like to share?
I guess I got one.
No.
So-
honestly, no.
So back in 2020, like the beginning of 2020, before everything went to shit, I went back home to the Philippines, and usually every time I go home, we just visit family, and then we're kind of like we're just bouncing around because my family's everywhere in the Philippines, and then we don't really get to do a lot of touristy stuff. But then this time we actually went to Palawan in the Philippines, which is like a very like
That's really nice.
yeah, it's like a scenic tourist spot, and we got to go like snorkeling and stuff. And for me personally, if I get to see like wildlife in like its habitat and stuff like that, or like just do things I've never done before, I'm happy. So I got to do like all of that. We like went island hopping, which is an experience that I never thought I'd be able to have personally, because I don't know, it's just never been an option for me. But my cousin set everything up, and we were able to go island hopping. We were able to do all these things. We saw this bat cave, which is like one of the 7 wonders of the world, apparently.
Bat
The natural world, rather.
That's pretty
And we got
dope.
to take a whole tour through that, and I got to see like so much stuff that I didn't think I'd see. And then we got a meal on like the boat that we were island hopping from, and then it just ended with like this beautiful ass sunset, and it was like such a nice day. It was like, and you know those ones where you're swimming and then you're just dead tired after that. So like that night I just had the best sleep.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
So
No, I know those
Michael,
ones.
when you're like lying in bed after like a long day of swimming, you still feel the water.
Oh yeah,
know.
yeah. It's like it's like that with
still feel
roller
the waves.
coasters, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, and being in the sun all day just drains your energy. So like when you get home into that bed, you just feel good, man.
And walking on the beach too
Yes.
is tiring.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
I already know that sleep was 10 out of 10.
That sleep was 10 out of 10, dude.
That's 10 out of 10 also, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. How about you, Michael? You got any 10 out of 10 experience you want to share for our
Gotta be
viewers?
something, anything, literally anything.
Anything. Okay, so I live a
Literally
pretty
anything.
vanilla life, right? But I guess
Hey, that's okay.
my 10 out of 10 experience will probably be like the very first time I built my computer, you know, because I was just like testing myself. I knew nothing, you know. I was risking. It was probably like it's the 1080 build, right? The one that I had since 2016. So I risked it all. And at that time I was broke, right? So I'm like, if something fucks up, that's it. So that like I think it took me like 4 hours just because I just needed to know like everything and stuff like that. And yeah. And then ever since that day, like I'm just good at it now. I ranked
So
up.
during your first
prestiged.
time, were you able to get Windows started?
Yes. Actually, I got it to post. I'm like, oh my god, please. I begged. I'm like,
Nice.
turn on the power supply, put on HDMI, put in my mouse and keyboard. Hearts
All
racing.
right, question 2. Did you put the HDMI on the motherboard or the graphics card?
I put on the graphics card.
Let's go.
I made sure.
Oh,
Let's go. This guy had a
I
great
made
time
sure.
building. This guy had a 10 out of 10 experience building. That's for sure. I know
And then it
that.
just posted. So
I
I'm
know
like,
that.
thank God.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ever
that's a
since
good
then,
one.
I just ranked up. Now I know what I'm doing. I could probably
doesn't
put
take-
out, like, I could probably build one together with like a blindfold or something for sure.
Instead of
100%.
instead of turning off his computer, he just takes it apart.
Puts it back in the morning.
Puts it back in the morning, turns it on. It's like, good as new.
Good as new.
But yeah, that's my 10 out of 10 experience
That's good
As
to
a-
hear, man.
as a vanilla guy.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I'm glad you enjoyed building PCs.
But
for
you know
me-
what another 10 out of 10 experience
Oh,
is?
let's hear it. Let's hear
Making
it.
the High Morale podcast. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10
Rate
out of
us.
10. Rate us. Rate this episode out of 10. It is not
Do
10
they
out of
still
10.
rate? There's no more rating,
YouTube
right?
ratings. I wish.
They could. They have,
They could-
they have keyboards. They could type.
Oh. True.
Yeah, and if it's not a 10, Patrick's gonna come to your house.
Yeah, I don't know what are we gonna. We can hang out and then talk about it and then increase our rating. You know, tell us what we can do to improve better.
Yeah, we could take constructive criticism.
Yeah.
And we'll tell you that it's wrong.
So I want to end off this podcast with my 10 out of 10 experience, and you know, my 10 out of 10 experience was at the Monster Hunter bar in Japan, baby. That was crazy, bro. That was crazy.
What?
I was gonna ask you that when we were talking about Monster Hunter. I'm like, yo, didn't you go
What
to the
Monster
Monster Hunter bar?
Yeah.
But go on, tell your story.
Explain.
So like when it was like in 2019, I went to Japan. That overall experience was 10 out of 10. But like specifically, I went to the Monster Hunter bar, which is like because Japan has lots of cafes and bars. They're themed after like many popular video games and like animes and whatnot. And I knew they had one a Monster Hunter bar in Japan, and I had to go there. The prices were insane, like for the food and stuff. But like the ambiance, the food was still good for the prices. Like I think I spent like 200 like Canadian dollars there, to be honest. But I went off because they had lots of alcoholic beverages and like they were named after monsters and stuff, and like the colors are like the monsters.
That's cool.
I was just there fanboying. Like
They got
Jordan's
'em.
gonna put up a picture right here. Jordan's gonna put up a picture right here, and like
You're making them do work.
and like it's so good, you know. And they had like PS4 set up. So like the funniest thing I did was like I started playing, and like I just kept yelling like, "Yo, this is how NA man's play," and like I just kept playing and stuff. And people like Japanese people joined in, and like we were just interacting through the game. Like we couldn't like communicate like obviously in person because
Verbally?
I don't understand. Yeah, I couldn't understand Japanese or speak Japanese. But like in the game, we knew how like how gestures work and like emoticons work. So that's how we talked through the game. And it was just such a good experience. It was super fun. It was so wholesome, and all the workers were themed for like the Monster Hunter like characters and stuff. And I just felt like I was in Monster Hunter for a good 2-3 hours, man. It was amazing.
Bro, that sounds so wholesome. What the hell?
It was
Yeah.
so
Damn,
wholesome, dude. 10 out of 10, bro. 10 out of 10.
I definitely want to experience something like that, where you just like you transcend like language barriers.
Yeah,
through
exactly.
Monster Hunter.
Through Monster
That's
Hunter.
Crazy.
That's what blew my mind, man. That was crazy. 10 out of 10 experience. Would spend $200 at that bar again.
I mean, let's go. You know,
Let's
once it's all
go.
over.
True.
Hi, morale trip to Japan. Anyway.
Hi, we're on trip to Japan.
Anyway, guys, thank you for letting me know your 10 out of 10 bangers, and we'll definitely do this again because this is such a wide open topic, and we could just go on and on about our favorite things for sure. You know what I
True.
mean?
And if you want us to, let us know in the comments.
Hey, for sure,
Yes,
for
yes.
sure,
Down in the
for
comments.
sure. Now, as
You
I
think
told
we
you
hit-
guys, go ahead.
Do you think we hit today's OBJ?
Yes, I think we hit today's OBJ.
Nice.
We got
Nice,
recommendations and our 10 out of 10 bangers. You know, we got a lot off our chest. You know, we even shared things that we didn't even know about each other. You know what I mean? And it's great. I'm gonna go
True.
and watch a couple Quentin Tarantino movies. Maybe rewatch Spider-Verse. Who knows? But like, you know, we're here to watch
And
everything.
not watch Paranormal Activity
I was
2 to
just
5.
about to say.
Guys, oh my god.
That's why I didn't mention
Blasphemy.
it.
What I said is just blasphemy.
I was
Honestly.
literally about to say if you didn't say it.
Watch
Yeah, but
party.
yeah.
Let's go watch 2 to the rest.
Watch Marty.
And explain why they're bad. And I'll tell you why it's wrong.
High morale reacts. I'm just kidding.
No.
Anyways, but yeah, thank you for listening, everyone. Thank you for
Thank you guys.
Thank you for coming through with another episode of the High Morale Podcast. I hope we made you laugh. I hope we made you smile. I hope you know, if you're ever feeling down in the dumps, you ever need some high morale, we're always here to talk shit, you know, talk about everything
Thank you
and
guys.
talk about nothing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you guys so much
everyone.
for the support for our previous episodes. We really appreciate it. And you know what? Look out
sure.
for every Thursday because we will be hitting more episodes. And yeah, thank you so much. Hit that subscribe if you want to. If you don't, whatever.
Yeah.
Thank you. Whatever.
Thank you.
Your life, eh? Right, let's whatever.
Yeah.
Yes,
We're not
sir,
just
yes,
those
sir.
YouTubers who tell you to subscribe. Whatever. It's your choice.
It's not like we want you to, Baka.
It's not like we want you to.
No, it's not like I want you to, Baka.
Just know if you don't, you're a 0 out of 10.
You're a 0 out of 10 hater. Just kidding, man.
JK, we love you. We love you. We love
Just
our haters.
kidding, man. We love our haters. They're our motivators.
All right, yeah, that's it.
All right, that's too much of an
That's it.
ending.
Thank
All
you,
right,
guys.
see you.
Later.
Bye.
See you
See
guys.
you later.